What's up, guys and ghouls? Welcome back to Living Dead Garage, where we bring the dead back to life. Today we're back working on the 77 Firebird, and we're going to hopefully drop the engine in this thing, and ideally, hear it run. Now it's been a few weeks since we've worked on this thing, well, on camera at least. As you can see, I've been busy at it, painting it up, putting parts on it and such. And a little update on the tunnel ram, not gonna work. Yep, I know, big sad. I brought the engine and the intake to Manitowoc Motor and Machine, and their experts are telling me that this intake will not bolt up to factory heads. It is engineered to fit the aluminum heads that Wenzler makes. So unfortunately, those cost $1,300 and they're made to order, and that is just not in the budget. So we're gonna put the tunnel ram back up on the shelf, and we'll find a Pontiac 400, build that up, put that intake on there on a later project. So we're gonna go ahead and reuse the old intake, which I have painted up all nice. We'll put it back on here. And the reason that tunnel ram will not work is these bolt holes do not line up. And the new bolt holes on the intake come out to like right here, which there is nothing to tap into. This is like a little oil valley here. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But these chambers on this intake are so massive in comparison to the stock heads. It'd be kind of pointless to be putting that intake on there anyway. It would just be all restricted, blah, blah, blah. So we're just gonna slap it back in the car and drive it around as is. It'll be a nice burnout machine slash parts getter. I opted out of buying a new valley pan because they're kind of hard to find for a reasonable price, even used. So I just took a page out of the Vice Grip Garage Bible and patched it in with a floor pan slash license plate. So that's all good to go. Got a new oil pan on. The old one had pinholes in it, water pump, gaskets all around, fuel pump. Got a whole plethora of parts to throw back on it. We got Jeff over here helping today, cutting things. I did end up keeping the manifold that was cracked, as you saw in the last episode, and I just welded it. That should hold up for a while, hopefully. Jeff's working on an EGR delete. We have to make a block off plate for the intake, but instead of making one, we're just going to reuse the old EGR in that fashion and save some time. Little progress update on the car itself. Got a whole new brake system. Got calipers, lines, master, even a proportioning valve because the other one was seized. We got a fuel system in it, newer-ish fuel tank. Fuel lines ran up to the front. Let's check out our list here. We can actually cross some of this stuff off. So, pull engine done, paint the engine done, gaskets, timing chain, valve covers, intake, I will do in a little bit, brakes, fuel tank, fuel lines. We're not going to cut the hood, unfortunately. Water pump, carb not yet, hood pins not yet, tack gauges not yet. Still got to do door latch, fluids, radiator, install engine. So that's where we're at. I think I'm going to start with throwing the intake on the engine, and then we can put the engine and trans, which is right there, back together, get it up on the lift, drop it in there, and start buttoning everything up. Hopefully burnouts by the end of the day, but don't cross your fingers. There, intake's on. If you guys ever have to put one of these on, these Pontiacs are a little different than your traditional small block Chevy. The water pump connects here, and you have to put this bolt in and torque it down before you torque any of the main bolts, because it pulls the intake forward, therefore making a proper seal there. And then you can crisscross applesauce torque all these down and you should be good to go. From here, I think we are going to put the transmission onto the engine and onto an engine or a engine hoist and get this thing up in the air and into the car, hopefully. Got the engine up in the air, threw the flywheel on with some Loctite. Got the trans here on our broken floor creeper. I'm gonna put these two together, and got Jeff over here playing electrician, fixing the absolute mess of wires here. So maybe it'll run. Yeah. Least favorite part about working on cars has got to be the electricals. Got the engine and trans together, all bolted up. Jeff's got the wiring all redone and nicely cleaned up over here. We're gonna swoop her up over the fender, and should be pretty easy. It's a nice wide open engine bay, a lot better than this newer stuff. I'm gonna set you up on a tripod here and I'm gonna drop this in. Well, here's where we're at. The engine's clamped in, cross members in, all that stuff, starters in. Just finishing up the driver's side manifold. Passenger side went in way easier. Don't know why that is, but we're just gonna keep hammering on here. Got the fuel line hooked up. I'll put you on the GoPro and start throwing all this nonsense on here. I guess it's somewhat important. A little bit of a progress update. Got a bunch of stuff on here, accessories. We made a custom hold down for the radiator. It was just held in with zip ties when we got it. We did have to go to the parts store. Got a belt for the alternator, a rotor for the distributor, which we broke when we pulled the engine, a tranny filter, gasket, fluid. So yeah, we're just gonna keep plugging along at it. Might hear this thing fire tonight yet. I don't know how far we're gonna go. Maybe we'll pick back up on it tomorrow or some other time. All right, we have been busy, and I think we are almost just about ready to maybe hear this thing run. So first things first, I have a temporary oil gauge hooked up there, and we're gonna crank on it until we build some oil pressure, and then we're gonna give it some of the laughing gas and see if she'll pop off for us. All right, let me know when she builds.
Nothing. Here it comes.
Building some now?
It's starting to come up the line.
Yeah. Well, it was a dry engine, so. There we go. I can see it coming up the line.
With that starter.
Oh, it's leaking out of the back of the gauge.
Already?
Yep.
First time? All right, try it again. Almost 30.
Oh, I'm good with that.
Yeah, battery's pretty weak too.
Yeah, let's let that battery cook for a little bit and then pour some gas down her.
Yeah. Oh, it's up. Oh.
Gotta fill this bowl, not that bowl. Drink up, little buddy. It's time to wake up. Oh, we actually popped the fucking breaker. That's why the battery got weak. All right, here goes nothing.
I tried. Something ain't right.
Might be 180. It sounds like it's trying to fight.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe the timing is way out.
Nope, it's 180.
Yep.
Shoot.
So classic mistake. We got the distributor 180. That's why it's backfiring. So we're gonna go ahead, pop that out, spin it, and then try it again. Got the distributor flipped 180. Let's see what she says now.
Went the wrong way, maybe. Try that.
Battery connection.
Try again.
What is happening? Is something short out? Still nothing on the key. Give her a try.
I'm clear.
Oh, we got a weak connection at the starter, but I tightened that.
Hope we didn't fry that starter. Building oil pressure.
Hope not. It's a new reman.
It's warm.
Bet you this ground not being on is
Yeah.
Part of the issue. At least I hope. Otherwise, I don't know what the heck's going on. Okay, figured out it was a connection issue up here with the cables.
The cobbles.
The cobblers. Let's try this again. Something's not right.
Nope.
It's working against itself. Did we maybe not have it 180 at first?
The battery connection made us think that.
I don't know. It almost seems worse.
Let's throw it around again.
All right.
That was fun anyways.
All right, we got the distributor 180'd again. And I put trans fluid in it, so I think it'll start now. Something's wrong. I think our firing order can't be right or something.
Yeah, let's double check our firing order.
Okay. Backfiring like that?
He's trying to.
Yeah. But spitting out of the carb, something's not right.
Something ain't firing, yeah. Okie dokie.
All right, so I did the dumb thing and I went with a Chevy, small block Chevy firing order, and that was completely wrong. But I think we got her figured out and we're gonna give her another shot.
All right. Here's the hoping. Ready?
Yep. Adjust the timing a little bit.
It sounds better.
Yeah, way better. Go ahead. Try it again. Once like half throttle. We have a big vacuum leak somewhere?
Shouldn't. Can advance it more? Whoa. If I don't die.
Without falling to your death?
Give it a tickle more advance.
Nice! Yeah! And we ran out of gas. Oh, yes!
Fill the bowls up again. That was awesome.
Yes!
Oh, I didn't even look at the oil pressure.
Neither did I don't really care.
I don't really
I could hear that it had oil pressure.
Yeah.
Great oil pressure. Woo! Yes! Very, very happy with that. She sounds good. Got to get some water in her though before we run her anymore. We're not puking trans fluid, and we're not puking oil. Awesome. All right, guys and ghouls, it's about 8 o'clock at night. We're tired. We've been at this, well, 12 hours. Started around 8 or 9 o'clock this morning, so huge success. We heard it run. Got to button up a few things before we can drive it, but we're going to shut her down for tonight, and we'll record again sometime this week. We got to work tomorrow, but we'll figure that out. We'll see you then. Well, hey there. Welcome back. It's been almost 2 weeks since we got the old bird here running again. Work got busy, life got busy as usual. Done a few things off camera, some boring, monotonous stuff that didn't really need to be recorded. As you can see, we got the hood on, big step. A little bit of a carb issue. Big surprise, the Quadra junk that's been sitting on my shelf for I don't even know how many years. Idles perfectly, but once you try and drive it, it kind of just falls on its face. So I got a new remanufactured one coming in the mail from the Amazon website. It was about 150 bucks. Figured I'd give it a shot at some good reviews, but waiting on that to come in the mail today. So I'll give you a little walk around and show you what we got done. As you can see here, I got a oval shaped air cleaner on to match the valve covers. Got some hood pins in since we had to destroy the hood latch getting this hood open when we first purchased it. What else? We have brand new door latch. Does take a little bit of effort because, you know, door pins are shot. We'll get to that eventually. Nope, probably not. Got a giant tack in here. Got oil pressure and coolant gauge all hooked up and ready to go. Everything illuminates. Pretty sweet. Let's see what she does for a cold start, huh? A 3-pump jump. As you could hear that, we got a pretty high idle issue, which I don't know really anything about these Quadra junks other than that they're usually junk when they sit, but I know a lot of guys swear by them when they're tuned correctly and maintained, but this one is not. It's enough to get her to move around the shop and barely down the road. That new one should fix it. Got everything crossed off the list here. What else did I do? Oh, we got an alternator belt on. I don't know if I had that on last time. I can't remember. Well, she doesn't overheat. It's got all the gears. I mean, what more could you want? So right now I'm just playing the waiting game on the old mailman. You know, story of my life. But once that carb gets here, Jeff's going to show up. We're going to throw that carb on, and hopefully that means burnout time. Fingers crossed. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, carb showed up. Looks pretty nice. Not bad for 170 bucks off Amazon. Got electric choke, vacuum secondaries. Came with the gasket, some extra jets, the idle mixture adjustment screwdriver, instructions that we're not going to read. It's perfect. Should be able to just plop this bad boy right on and just go from what the reviews are saying. Either way, it's going to be better than what's on there. There, brand new carb on. Got everything hooked up. You want to twist on the key, do the honors. See if you can't make some noise. I got fuel. Hell yeah.
Very nice. Fuel still looks dirty.
Yeah, fuel is still a little dirty.
I think that works it up quite a bit.
Might have to adjust the idle here. Oh yeah, I mean it sounds good. Just have to tinker with the idle a little bit.
I'm gonna kill it, and I'm gonna fire it right back up again once. Wow, I like that.
Very nice.
I like it a lot.
All right, on to our next issue. Our air cleaner here rubs on the hood when we close it all the way. So what we're gonna have to do is cut a hole in the hood. Anyways, which we're gonna tunnel ram this thing in the future, so the hood's gonna get desecrated either way. What better time to do it than now? Okay, so the plan is, as you can see, I don't know, 20 some years ago when they first rebuilt this car, they did the old carb swap and then they slammed the hood without checking the carb stud, or the air cleaner stud. So that's perfectly marked. What we're gonna do is line that up with the carb stud hole on this, and we'll cut it probably like an inch bigger than this, and it should be good to go.
Plan.
Well, I should probably mark it like I said I was going to.
How big is that hole on that?
Quarter inch.
Oh, we'll lift it up. Higher. Now center it right on that. Bam. It's as close as you're gonna get. Yeah, it actually looks center now. Before you had it off to the side of the body line.
Sure.
You don't want to cut the hole and shut it and it's not fucking centered.
Why? Nice. Fit perfectly in between the non-functional scoops.
So should we run to Harbor Freight and get a lightning scissors? And
Yeah. I don't know if we want to spend that much today. I don't want to alarm you, but you're supposed to drill here. We're drilling here to fix this rotted out hood hinge. We're just going to run a bolt right through, be done with it. Hood shot anyways, so. Oh, what do I want?
don't mean to alarm you.
Do I want a jigsaw or should I death wheel it?
Pneumatic Dremel.
Yeah, that'd probably be
It's
best.
just sheet metal.
Yeah. Perfect.
Frisbee.
Yeah, catch. Oh, I almost sliced myself open doing that.
Wall ornament? Nah, trash.
Oh.
Yeah, make sure it's straight.
Yep.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
We could even put a spacer on there if we wanted to make it stick out more, but that'll work.
Ram air.
Yeah, it does look pretty nice with the scoops on there. There, that's not so bad. As long as you close your eyes. All right, let's fix this hood. So it's not flippy flopping all the way down the highway. Last thing we want is this thing to do to the old Tommy boy and end up running her off the road. There, solid. Nope, that's too big.
I don't need a funnel.
Nice. All right, well, got fluids all topped off. That's tight. I think we slam the hood and slam her on the road.
Yeah, see how this works.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Very nice. Perfect. Jeff had a genius idea. Took some 1/4-inch vacuum line and split it on one side, and we just shoved it on the rim there to kind of clean it up and make sure we don't cut ourselves. Yeah.
Safety first, then teamwork.
Yep. Or is it teamwork then safety? I don't know. All right, time for the long-awaited test drive. So far so good. We're like 40 to 50 psi of oil pressure, staying right at 190. Shaking like a dog shit in bones, but that's because of the tires. We're gonna stop and get some gas. If we make it. Yeah. Alright, she made her to the gas station. Seems to be running okay. These tires are really making me nervous, so we're not going to go too far today. But now that we know she runs and drives good, it's worth putting a set of tires on. So I'm really digging the air cleaner sticking out of the hood, though, I can tell you that much. And this GoPro is hanging on for dear life. Alright, we're all gassed up. We're gonna go to my favorite burnout spot. Well, she didn't do a burnout, but she did a couple shitties or Cheerios, whatever you want to call them. I think we'll probably mess with the timing and the carburetor a little bit and go from there. Because that was rather disappointing, even though it was pretty fun. Oh, hey there. It's been a couple days since we took the old bird for its first test drive / burnout test, which it failed miserably. Well, we put the timing light on it, and for some reason, it has 20 to 30 degrees of initial timing just to run okay, which is not right. We should be running 30 total timing, So my guess is that distributor is seized up. Well, I should take that back. If you watch the initial video of us reviving this after we pulled it out of a barn after 18 years, that distributor was completely rusted and corroded. I had to replace the module in it and the condenser for it to even work. And the mechanical advance and the vacuum advance were completely seized up, and I got them loose, but I'm wondering if running it advanced and just kind of stayed there. So I'm going to pull that distributor. I'm just going to replace it. I bought a cheapo one off the Amazon. Drop that in there and see if that makes a difference, because I've never had this issue before where if you retard the distributor, or the timing rather, the car don't want to run. It just dies. But then you get it turned by ear to run good, and it's at like 25-30 degrees initial timing, which is not good. It's going to cause issues in the long run if we keep running it like that. So damn bugs. I'm going to yank that distributor out there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about with the mechanical advance being all seized up. Alright, I got the distributor out, and I think this is in fact the issue. Look over here at the new one. You got your mechanical advance right here, and as the engine spins the distributor, these weights spring out and advances the timing by turning the rotor. The rotor bolts right here, therefore throwing timing into it. And then you have your vacuum advance. The more vacuum that's introduced to the engine is going to pull on this, therefore advancing the timing. So, come over to the old one. This one is stuck about halfway. It still moves, but it doesn't retract all the way back like this one. Also, these springs are very weak compared to the newer one. It takes considerably more effort to move these than these. So I'm thinking at idle, this is throwing timing into it, as well as that throwing timing into it, which is throwing us off completely tuning wise. So I'm going to drop the new one in, and fingers crossed that she'll do a burnout, or at least run gooder. Alright, I got the distributor in, got the firing order correct as far as I know, and I guess we'll see how she likes this. Sounds a little lazy. I'm going to add some timing. Well, she started, but I have a pretty severe fuel leak. Great. As you can see right there, the filter is dripping like crazy and is going to ruin the paint job. Perfect. So I'm going to address that and then we'll get some timing figured out here. All right. See how bad she leaks now. Put the timing light on and see where we're at. Yes. I don't know how well you can see that. We're at about 10 degrees initial timing. Before, we were almost 30, and it barely wanted to run when we turned it down to about 10 where we want to be. I'm going to set her to around 14 initial and see how she likes that. Around 13, 14. That's perfect for a street engine like this. We're at about 800-900 RPM. Seems pretty good. It already sounds a lot better. Before it was jumping around like crazy. Obviously because we have way too much initial timing. Alright, I got the engine up to operating temperature. I got the, oh, we're leaking coolant now. Perfect. Gonna ignore that for now. As I was saying, we got her set to about 13 to 14 degrees initial timing, which once we get into the RPMs, it should jump it up to 32, 35, 36 degrees total timing, which is what you want for a regular street engine like so. Now the main way to time these engines is just listen to what the engine wants. So what I mean by that is you get it up to operating temperature, set your timing, and then you shut it off and see how it starts back up. If it starts hard, it means you have too much timing. So you got to take a little timing out of it and see how it likes that and just go from there. There's really no set, hey, this is what degree you need to be at unless it's a factory build. There's all kinds of factors, wear, temperature, humidity, barometric pressure, all that shit. It's beyond my knowledge is what I'm saying, but this works for me. Let's see how she does. Yeah, she's running like a freaking sewing machine now. Yes. But we got coolant dripping from that lower hose, so I am going to tighten that up quick. Alright, we did a little tuning, adjusted the timing again. It seems to be running pretty damn good, so I'm going to take the burnout test again. Oh god, is there already a difference? He's all down. That's when we'll set up bleachers. Yeah, drivability is just way better already. Oh no. Very nice. The cops. Yup. We got a cop here. Sitting in our favorite burnout spot, so we're probably going to get pulled over because we got plates from 2007 on this thing. He hasn't come yet. It looked like he was taking a nap, so we might have pissed him off. Oh. Let's just get him. With that, I think he might have been playing with himself, if you know what I mean. Little silver troopers. Oh boy. I don't know how we got away with that. I'm pretty sure he was pulling his butt. The way he was reclined in his seat. Yeah, he's still not coming. I guess we'll just do a around the driveway or something, I don't know. She wanted to get going. Alright, well, I think we still have some tuning to do. Kind of crazy that that cop did not pull us over. That just blows my mind. But like I said, I'm pretty sure he was doing some illegal stuff himself. So I think we kind of locked eyes and just kind of had a mutual agreement just to both walk away and not say anything to anybody. So.
And here you are telling everybody.
Yeah, well, he knows what he was doing. Still have some tuning to do, like I said, but I say it was a good success. Comment down below what you think we should do with this. We plan on hanging on to it for a while, maybe bring it to Power Tour. Would like to take it to duct tape drags, but that's coming up in like a couple weeks and we just don't have the time or budget to do that right now.
5 minutes later.
Alright, I'm going to see if this thing will actually do a burnout. I think the brakes are hanging on too much, so I may have to just do some Cheerios. Got the engine dialed in pretty good, but it keeps falling on its face when I get on it, but I'm sick of messing with it and I need to finish this video, so wish me luck.
Thanks for watching Living Dead Garage, and we'll see you on the next one. Please like and subscribe.